So this year we have the honor to celebrate two true ocean champions with our 2023 Leadership Awards. The Leadership Award recognizes Congressman Raul Grijalva from Arizona and Congressman Ed Chase from Hawaii. The award recognizes their commitment to improving the health of our oceans, coasts, and Great Lakes for current and future generations. Because of their leadership in Congress and in our frontline and grassroots communities, we are seeing historic investments in climate change mitigation and adaptation. They're promoting ocean and coastal resilience and advancing environmental justice and equity for all. These great leaders are a strong and constant voice for Indigenous and underrepresented communities. They are everything that the Leadership Award stands for.
Born and raised in Hawaii, Congressman Ed Case was introduced to the ocean before he could walk and has spent a lifetime advocating for our world's oceans. As a leader in ocean policy in Congress, Representative Case played an instrumental role in the initial monument designation for the Northwest Hawaiian Islands Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument. And was an early supporter of expanding the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument. I think it's safe to say he's one of the strongest advocates for marine protection through monument designations in Congress today. Also, as a member of the House Appropriations and Natural Resources Committees, Congressman Case has worked to secure historic investments in our oceans and our coasts. He got the money for us, guys, and has helped move oceans into the spotlight in Congress. He helped draft portions of the IRA, including a $25 million for Native Hawaiian climate resilience. And listen, guys, $2.5 billion for NOAA over the next 10 years. He has played a key role in securing the highest funding levels ever for NOAA over the last 4 years. Keep it up, we need more. Representative Case worked with the rest of the National Resources Committee to introduce and secure House passage of the Ocean-Based Climate Solutions Act. Congressman Case co-led the first ever reauthorization of NOAA's Coral Reef Conservation Program, which was signed into law in December. This legislation updated the federal government's approach to coral reef conservation to better support communities and at-risk reefs in the face of climate change and other threats. But that's not all, guys. Congressman Case has also worked to ensure that Indigenous communities, including Native Hawaiians, Native Americans, and Alaska Natives, are heard and have a seat at the table in the federal government's management of our natural resources. He was an important voice calling for the development of a formal consultation policy with the Native Hawaiian community and has helped ensure that Native Hawaiian cultural and traditional efforts are included and funded in natural resource management decisions. It is my great honor and privilege to present this 2023 Leadership Award to Congressman Ed Case of Hawaii.
Good evening, aloha. Well, first of all, I'm surprised. I didn't know I did all of that, so I'm very happy to hear that I did all of that. I am filled with a couple of different emotions here. One is simply gratitude. I am so grateful to receive this award from the foundation I'm so grateful for the fellow awardees that I'm sharing these awards with. Raul Grijalva, an amazing person who I don't, thank you so much, Raul, for your leadership. And I always kid with Raul, I say, well, you know, how does somebody like you who has no idea about the oceans at all, because you're landlocked, understand them so instinctively on an emotional level? I really appreciate that about him. And of course, my two partners from Hawaii, William Isla and Saul Kaho'ohalahala. We have worked together literally for decades now, and I've always known them for their passion, for their commitment, but because, as already has been highlighted, they don't just understand from an objective perspective, the indigenous perspective on our lands, on our waters, on our airs, but they live it. It's part of their cultural heritage. They carry it within them, and they carry that forward into the generations to come. And so I'm just so happy that they're sharing it with me. And hey, 3 of us from Hawaii in 1 year, that's got to be something, huh? I'm also a little embarrassed because I feel like this award could have gone to so many people out there, and I am grateful to get it, but I receive it for everybody who is so committed to our oceans. You know, I look out around here, I've talked to many of you, I've worked with many of you, and one thing is true in this community of protecting our world's oceans, and that is that for us, this is not an academic exercise, this is not a policy judgment. This is a personal commitment, a personal passion. And it is so great to work here in Washington, D.C. with a community of passion, a community that understands the incredible threats that our oceans are under from climate change, from plastic pollution, from deep seabed mining, which is looming on our future, and from so many other areas, and brings your passion to bear on commitments to solutions to these problems. It is easy sometimes when we're talking about our world's oceans to become disappointed, to become complacent, to become somehow resigned to their fate. And yet the oceans are not going to wait for us, but they need our help. And I think that this community is making a huge difference, and there are frontiers still to cover. So I do again accept this award for each and all of you, and I thank you for your partnership. Mahalo.